Va bene. Nein, Kudes. Und jetzt nicht auf Plastik legen? Eine Minute, Jolute.
Zum Geburtstag viel Glück.
Italisch.
Zum Geburtstag viel Glück. Zum Geburtstag,
solo.
zum Geburtstag viel Glück.
No, Nina Italisch. Tanti auguri a te.
Tanti auguri a te. Tanti auguri a Naim. Tanti auguri a te. Babala gummala visse.
Babala gummala visse.
Oh na 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 havessa.
Oh na 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 havisse.
Oh na 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 havessa.
Oh na 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 havisse.
Havesse.
Havisse.
Havesse.
Havisse.
Havesse.
Wow, gut aufgeteilt. Schön.
Wer ist jetzt dran? Nein, du bist gerade drauf. Nein, achso. Na, hujete kudu, das nur futuro. Men trofte harmo, varsje det signato. Horia hatu prana, vashia meravi. Sillinga joana, peshko jolari. Silvegna joana, peshko jolari. Peshka tanjan lit, till negre kala. Den droften med sati, till oss i pusarkama. Med vettet slåfon, gick själva två och tre. Silvre fina fon, det drofta hikens spel. Silvre fina fon, det drofta hikens spel. Formen fon kosari, na umrdin, ajo in spete dorbolo, ille kreping nervi. I don't speak the Hochi, det roften kapisa. I just think magazine on busha sigmelo. I just think magazine on busha sigmelo. Entschuldigung, aber ich habe nichts getan.
So, mal gucken, was jetzt kommt.
Laugh is something if you give it away, give it away, give it away.
Yeah, background music.
Laugh is something if you give it away, and it's come right back to you. It's just like a magic penny, pull it tight you, and you want any. Spend it, give it away, and it's come right back to you.
Bravo!
Du musst so lachen.
Oh ja, das ist sehr lustig. So, lach doch. Lach doch.
Wo willst du noch gehen?
Warum? Wenn du 20 bist und siehst, wie du mit 11 gelacht hast, ist so wie gestern Abend, als du 2 Jahre alt warst und wir Alina immer.
O bukura more sitla shema stepa.
Da würde ich sogar Klavier spielen.
Si ja bitte.
Da würde ich sogar Klavier spielen.
Nein, bitte. Mal von vorne. Ja, mach ich. O bukura more sitla shema stepa. Si میشه.
روشنه الان.
من بشه بی Sindri. Si čuješ?
Sindri.
Sindri.
Видиш, къде ли го?
Still tape in this darkness? No? You don't want to? Even zitten. Next to the echo.
Sindri.
Meer. Tieni, meer. Meer. Zal ik hem wel iets hebben?
Pedro.
Tommy, haydi. Haydi. Haydi, haydi.
Mimi, не chceš tu propad?
مدحت ما توزعش التذاكر هنا.
طب هي بتصورنا، ما اشمعنى احنا بنصورنا؟ 1 2 3 4 5 اوكي يوسف
L'India tem,
triangolare come le piramidi, un simbolo dell'eternità. Per fabbricare la carta usiamo solo il fusto, tagliandolo così a seconda della misura della carta richiesta, perché come si vede non sono tutte uguali e la lunghezza della pianta va da 2 a 5-6 metri, allora possiamo fare le carte di tutte le dimensioni che vogliamo. Adesso prendiamo la vancella del fusto e sbucciamo prima la corteccia . Osserviamo che la corteccia è molto forte e resistente, per questa ragione usare a fabbricare i cestini, le barchette, i sandali, i letti. Va bene? Hanno già visitato il museo egizio?
No, domani.
Domani ci vedranno che il trono e i letti di Tutankhamon sono fabbricati di questa corteccia. Il midollo è la parte che ci interessa di più perché adesso fabbrichiamo la carta, smuzzandolo così, in strisce molto fini, molto sottili, così. Osserviamo che è debole, fragile, perché dentro c'è l'acqua, lo zucchero, la cellulosa. Per diminuire l'acqua dobbiamo presserle usando prima il martello . E poi il mattarello anche per sbianarle, per farci l'acqua eccessiva, così. Come si vede l'acqua è uscita dall'altra parte di striscia. Ora per 6 giorni di continuo, a condizione di cambiare l'acqua ogni giorno, questo dovrà abbassare la percentuale dello zucchero che la pianta contiene da 40% al 10% solo. Allora se si mettono di più perdono il zucchero, di più saranno oscuri, come quello. Noi portiamo 4 tessuti, 2 di cotone, 2 di feltro e poniamo le strisce su di loro così, orizzonalmente, una attaccata all'altra, così. Così via, affinché completiamo lo strato orizzonalmente. Va bene? Completato, allora li mettiamo verticalmente ad intreccio così. E le mettiamo sotto la pressa per 6 giorni, ma i tessuti vanno cambiati ogni 5 ore, questo per assorbire bene l'acqua, per asciugare le strisce, per essere appiccati insieme senza ves così, senza colla, senza niente. Come mai vengono appiccati insieme? Abbiamo detto che la pianta contiene lo zucchero, la cellulosa, la gelatina, che fa dire che è papiro vero e proprio, perché sono le fibre della pianta, come si vede da tutte le strisce. vuol dire, se non ci fossero questi puntini...
Because here you will not get the mosque. There you will get the sky, yeah. I have a job to do. I have a job to do. All the days. Perché ha parlato in floral decoration or geometrical decoration. And on the ceiling as well, you will find 6 medallions, which is written on them the name of God, Prophet Muhammad, the first 4 Orthodox who ruled the Islamic country after the death of Prophet Muhammad, Abu Bakr, Omar, Osman, and Ali. The whole ceiling is carried by 4 great alabaster pillars, one from each side. And if you look to this side, this actually is the second floor where women are in Islam and Judaism, women are praying separately. You will find there are children which are suspended. One of them is carried every Friday. They always have a sermon.
Atunci cu emancipativă e prime. Te deixa mais lá.
Prendi 2 fili, uno di dietro, l'altro davanti, gira sul primo, gira sul secondo e lo prendi di sotto e taglia con una lama. Quando i bambini loro finiscono, c'è l'operaio responsabile che taglia il filo con la forbice, li taglia in orizzontale e poi in verticale per pulire il tappeto come quello di sotto. Quando i bambini lavorano il tappeto sul tellaio ogni 30 cm circa, l'operaio deve aprire le viti centrali che chiudono il tellaio per dare il passaggio del lavoro già fatto e poi chiude le viti nuovamente per poter continuare. Scusa, un disegno prende una settimana, un altro prende 2 o 3 mesi per farlo, perché il tempo qua dipende per le dimensioni, ok? Ok. Quando lui preme giù le frane si schiantano fra loro, deve permettere il filo di mano.
That he gave me his face for my own. I am a pharaoh's companion, and I am he, the pharaoh. Through the ages, I received many names from the people who came to me in adoration. Oh, Hamakis, you are my life's safeguard.
Horus. protect me. Oh, great God, that I might...
Sovereign of eternity. But the name which has remained with me is that given to me by a Greek traveler, the father of history, Herodotus. He called me Sphinx, as if I were from his land. And that name is now mine. Close to the Nile, I was. This more determined. And the hieroglyphs representing the name he gave to his pyramid. Cheops dominates the horizon.
The Pyramid of Khephren. It too bears an inscription, Khephren is great. Yet, out of respect for his father Cheops, Khephren built his pyramid on a slightly smaller scale. Each side of the base measuring 710 feet, the angle being 52 degrees, it reaches a height of 400...
The base of Khephren has come down to us sculpted in green diorite streaked with white. A rare stone he brought back from an expedition. Here he is, close to us, in the guise of the Sphinx, carved in rock near his tomb. A third monumental tomb was soon to complete this immense funeral site of Gizeh and make it one of the wonders of the world. Though smaller, the Pyramid of Mykerinos is perhaps the most impressive for being the culminating point of a vast design. Having built it, the workmen climbed down from its granite flanks and laying down their tools, looked up with wonderment. Great and powerful was Memphis, the capital city in the plain which joined Upper and Lower Egypt. Great and powerful were the pharaohs, who on this side of the Nile and Mykerinos. Sarcophagi may be empty, wrappings unwound, yet Cheops, Khephren, and Mykerinos still reigned, bearing the double crown. Chamberlains, high priests, buffoons, which are called mastabas. For this is a royal palace of the dead, with triumphal perspectives, pavilions, corridors, secret rooms, strong walls. It was a city of another world, approachable by the people only as near as the outer temples, where their devotion led them, coming from the Nile.
Stand by a tomb like 1,000 others, that of the mother of Cheops, and in it, by the litter marked with golden hieroglyphs, which she had prepared for the eternal journey by her son's side. Neither wind, nor sand, nor centuries could ever...
I saw Antony and Cleopatra and Napoleon paused at my feet. I saw the ambitious dreams of conquerors whirling like dead leaves. As my motto...
The journey, there in the sarcophagus lay the mummy, to be called on by the soul. For alone and without the body, the soul could not go into the night. And from the depths of this tomb still rises the scent of herbs, cedar oil, resin and myrrh. But a pyramid is also the perfect combination line of steps. The idea had been born. Calculations had begun. The perfect form was there. objects laid by a dead man's side in his tomb. A scribe's palette is undoubtedly the most precious. From it were drawn the hieroglyphs representing the figures which made possible the fabulous calculations ordering these mountains of stone. A lotus flower for 1,000. A finger worth 10-fold. A tadpole for 100,000. And the scribe's 2 hands joined in prayer for 1 million.
Stone by stone it was built from earth to heaven. Lifetime by 100,000 workmen, united in a mighty surge of labor. Each stone averaged 2.5 tons in weight. 3 million blocks were hoisted up and laid one upon the other. The finest ones of pure granite were dug up in the quarries of Aswan, whence they came by boat, carried by the flooding of the Nile. The movement of these great...
But our deepest respect and admiration. They lived through one of those rare times when man knows with absolute certainty what he has to do and where to go, because he believes. Here man thought that death was vanquished.
With mankind still in its infancy, walked and worked surveyors, geometers, astronomers to whom no star was unknown, engineers, architects, a whole people, while the rest of the world hunted wild beasts and sheltered in caves. O noble Nile, I salute you, for your waters flow majestically and fostered this sacred enterprise. One day the desert sands invaded the fields, marshes dried up on the river's bank, and so to save his life, man invented civilization. He had to contend with floods, he designed dams and culverts. He came to love the earth and want it for his grave. But soon he wished to outlive the earth. And it was farmers, helped once more by their beneficent river, who built these monumental houses of the dead. And I, Kephrun's faithful companion, saw the progress of dynasties and grave priests, and the light steps of noble ladies whose diaphanous veils seemed to clothe them, yet not to touch them.
So small in size that the pharaoh wished to see the owner. And he married her.
And do you remember how a nobleman at the court of Cheops lured his wife's lover into a deep lake by means of a wax figure, and there had him turned into a crocodile by a magician? Wishing to impress the pharaoh with his magical powers, he willingly revealed what he had done, but carelessly too. For Cheops punished the guilty and the boaster equally. On his orders, the courtier was thrown to the crocodile, which devoured him, and the unfaithful woman was chastised.
Do you remember, too, a young pharaoh, Amenhotep II? Never had there been an athlete so strong, so handsome, so fine. His shoulders were broad, his waist slender, his thighs were of bronze, and he could tame at will the wildest horse. His exploits are engraved on a stone which he laid before you.
Then time in passing left you behind like an old monument. Sand was beginning to choke you. Kept by war in Mesopotamia, Amenhotep II was far away from his land. Then one day, while hunting the lion, a prince stopped to rest in your shadow. he fell asleep, you gave him a dream and spoke to him.
Cast your eyes upon me, my son. Listen to me, and the white crown and the red.
Now the pharaoh has chosen his bow. He has tried more than 50 hours before selecting this one. He mounts his chariot and rides off towards the first target. The arrow has gone straight into the center. And again. And now his last arrow hits the target and goes right through. This is his triumph. Standing up in his chariot, the pharaoh makes for the dais where his throne awaits him. The court, the priests, the people present him with praise, incense, and offerings. He receives the double crown and, mounting his triumphal chariot, goes to worship.
The sarcophagus is ready at the heart of the pyramid, in the funerary chamber. And everything has been prepared for the crossing of the lake, which...
living and life-giving forever and ever.
And his burning eyes. Centuries passed over my forehead, yet those great soldiers raised no more than dust. I have known years of despair. An irascible emir of the Middle Ages disliked my smile, thought it pagan and ironical, and so had me disfigured by his artillery.
Bearing an edict issued by Ptolemy. The inscription was in Greek characters and hieroglyphs. This was the cornerstone of Egyptology.
True, it still remained to interpret its message. First came an Englishman, then a Frenchman, Champollion, the true father of Egyptian philology. He was so inspired as to decipher the lost tongue of ancient Egypt from a few mysterious hieroglyphs.
Then it was like a resurrection. All at once, from the funerary chambers to the peaks of the pyramids, hieroglyphs were born to a new life. Herons, lotus flowers, fishes, hares and drakes, the mysterious characters suddenly woke up, fluttered and sang like creatures of the fields as the sun rises. It is as if in answer to a celestial call of trumpets, old Egypt had risen from its grave, young and immortal. Young, immortal, and rich in beauty, like Nefertiti.